3 or 4 years ago, the stress was unbelievable. I spent almost 3 decades in the club business, so I was never around for holidays and for summertime vacations and stuff like that.
As soon as we had our first child, I was pinching myself and looking around. I cannot believe this is my life. While I'm experiencing this flood of love and gratitude and excitement, I saw him almost like the anxiety was heightening.
At that point in my life, I was just trying to keep it together. All this stuff I had buried in the closet for all those years, now it was like literally punching and opening the door, and I could not lock it anymore. My biological father left very early. It was kind of the tale of two cities in a lot of respects, where one side of my family felt very normal, and then when I'd go and hang out with my dad, it was very just wild and crazy. Financially, things were different. Chaos was around. The things he did, things that I saw. He was very good at telling me he's going to do something and never doing it. I felt rejected. My mom remarried my first stepfather, Dennis, and he's the one that taught me how to ride a bike. He's the one that taught me how to throw a football. He's the one that taught me how to go fishing. I mean, he was the guy. It's middle of 5th grade, my stepfather had a seizure. We find out he has a tumor in his brain, and he dies 6 months later. That was a very earth-shattering moment in my life when the hero of your time is no longer there. I just kind of self-imploded. Really spent my childhood in the last years of my high school feeling more and more responsibility. I took all that pressure on internally, and as it manifested over the years, I became a control freak, and I also became essentially like a workaholic.
His art of control became what made him successful professionally, incredibly successful, and yet he didn't realize that that control, when it came to relationships, was also his greatest weakness.
I was short with my wife, I was short with the kids. I wouldn't want to necessarily play with them. I was like, I need my own time. Emotionally, I was captive inside. I was putting everything in the closet. Don't deal with it, don't worry about it.
I said, look around you. You have everything you ever prayed for. And yet I felt like he couldn't experience the joy. He couldn't even come close to what I was experiencing. Seeing someone who you love and wanting something so much for them. Almost to the point of saying, take it from me. I want it for you. It was a really lonely place to be.
It got so bad that I checked myself into the ER and I thought I was having a heart attack. I have no clue what a panic attack is, but I literally was having one. They do the blood work and everything comes back normal, and the doctor says, here's a script to go see a psychologist. We have a lot of other things going on in this ER. Move on.
If someone has a broken leg, you don't expect them to run. So why do we have all of these scars and all of this trauma and all of these emotions, and yet we think we should just get over it?
I first heard about the dual sympathetic reset through my wife's business partner, and he had actually just gone through it.
And he said the first person I thought of was Michael. I felt like this huge leap in my heart.
I was out to prove them wrong because I was in that narrative and that mindset that there's nothing wrong with me. This is just how I am and how I was created. I took it a step further and I called the doctor and I wanted to find out really how did the doctor understand how this works, and we had a great conversation.
And I could tell in his voice that the wheels were turning, and he was like, oh wait, I think this could be something.
The day finally came where I decided to get treatment. And I remember laying on the table and getting it done. Right when I woke up, just remembered feeling peace with myself. I was calm. It was a very surreal feeling instantly. Dr. Lefop said, "How you feeling?" And I just was like, "I feel great."
And I said, "My husband said he's great." I just remember tearing up immediately. And I knew that what I had hoped for was real.
That second chance is still knowing what you've been through, but I don't have that measurable weight, and it doesn't have me tied down anymore.
The difference for the boys with Michael is a world away. Now they see Daddy laughing. They see Daddy on the floor playing. They see him not worried about the mess that may be made. We can clean it up later. That control mechanism that was at work and at play in Michael has been so released.
Originally, I thought PTSD was going to war and seeing something horrific and then coming back and cope with all that stuff. No one would have convinced me at that time that PTSD in the home side was having an absentee parent, neglect, rejection. I just didn't think that was part of it. I thought that was just life. Now understanding the pain is pain, regardless of what the person's gone through, it's something that can be corrected and can be fixed.
For Michael, this has opened up a whole world of experiencing life in a spectrum that was very limited, and now it's just full blown.
I have a beautiful wife, a partner that wants nothing but the best for me, 2 amazing, beautiful boys. Things just became very clear and very important, and it's amazing. It's what life should look like.